Hey everybody, Dimps, Patrice D. Hey Marshawn and Jamie and Jesse and Kawanda and Deidre and Melody and Sonnet and Renee and Donna and Keisha and Shay Shay and our love Landers and Mary Brown, Stacy, hey, Daisy B, Teresa, uh, I think I already said hi to Deidre, Patricia, Arlene, Kelly, Marika, Cecilia, Valerie, Shanti, Shanae. I know you said there was something we should call you, but I forgot what it was. Lady Bear, Melody, Evelyn, Ethel, DB. Hey, everybody, Rhonda. We have two goals. There is a document that is linked below the video that I do want you to download because I think it will be very, very helpful for you. Sunset Dispatch. I love that. Okay, there's a document. It looks like this. It looks just like this because we're going to go through these things. We're going to look at what these features look like in Leonardo Design Studio. Okay. All right, little Kiki. Good, Lady Bear. Hey, Radiant Rose. Okay. All right. Y'all know I'm a document girl, so hopefully you have your um, document and you're ready. And hopefully y'all had let's start over. Happy New Year! Happy New Year! This is a hug. Hey, Sharon and Vilda. Hey, Preacher Earl. I love that. Hey, hopefully y'all had a fantastic time celebrating however you know how to celebrate, however you celebrated last year. I mean, last night, well, which was also last year. It's 2025. Hey, Kel's Personal Designs. Y'all, we just went to church and then we came home. That's what we did. Thank you, DB. This is a DTF transfer from Atlanta Vinyl. Hey, Judy, Louise. So, y'all, this is a document. I want y'all to go ahead and get this downloaded so you can take notes. I know that a lot of you got a Siser Romeo or Juliet, and I really want to help you understand the features, especially if you're coming from Cricut Design Space, right? These are tools in Cricut Design Space, and these are the ones we're going to learn about today. And in addition to that, right here, learn about the important design tools in Leonardo Design Studio. We're also going to learn 5 of my favorite features in the software and in the machines. But you know, I do like to start with a giveaway. So let's do that. My face ashy. I'm gonna put a little lotion on my face. My face looking dry. Y'all ain't even tell me nothing. Y'all ain't even say nothing. We starting the new year off wrong. Starting off really, really wrong. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm, mm. Okay. Mm. I don't have a silhouette cutter, Dorothy Schaller. I only have a Romeo and a Juliet. Yeah, Patrice, it's your fault that my face was ashy like that. Okay, you're looking really good. I'm looking really, really good. Okay, it's better. All right, let's go ahead and do. Well, good, Jamie. Let's go ahead and do the giveaway. Thank you, DB. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Now, you do have to be in the United States. Um, and you will have 48 hours to claim your prize. Okay, you do have to be in the United States, and you have 48 hours to claim your prize. All right, you have to be in the United States, and you have 48 hours to claim your prize. Good luck to everyone. Very good luck to everyone. Very, very good luck. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good luck to everyone. Good luck to everyone. Good luck to everyone. Good luck to everyone. Charlene Torres. Charlene Torres, congratulations. Hopefully, you are in the United States, Charlene Torres. What you have won is a DTF transfer of my logo. And all you have to do is send me an email. This is my email address. Send me an email of, of your mailing address, and I will get it shipped out to you. Okay. So that's my email address right there. Now I've heard or I've seen some people say, I didn't see my name in the giveaway or whatever when it was running. I don't know if you have to put it in exactly how I did it. Now I did logo 1 and everything was lowercase, and I don't know if it means, you know, you have to have a all lowercase, or so I'm not sure. Okay. Hey, Jen S. Okay, so that is that. Now, once again, every single document that you need for today is linked below the video. If you're not subscribed to this channel, I welcome you to subscribe to this channel, but I do want you to go ahead and like the video. I want you to go ahead and like the video, okay? All right, so this is what we're doing today. We're learning about the important design tools in Leonardo Design Studio. We're going to do that first. And then second, we are going, hey, Diane. Then second, we're going to learn about 5 of my favorite features in the software as well as in the machine. Okay? All right, but the first thing I really suggest you do, thank you, Jen, for saying that. Y'all see what Jen said. If you're not subscribed, you should be. Is download this document, because this is a document I'm going to be going through. I'm going to go through it in order. Now, what are the questions that I get asked all the time? Now, the document that I have linked below, it does have 2 pages. There is a second page that's just for notes, and then there's this page. One of the questions I get asked all the time, what's the difference between Romeo and Juliet? I have my Romeo here at the top, and I have Juliet down there at the bottom. The difference is the size. That's really the difference. That's the only difference. Romeo can cut up to 24 inches and Juliet can cut 13 and a half. Romeo can cut 24 inches and Juliet can cut 13 and a half. That's the difference. That's the difference. Okay, so nothing else. All the software is the same. All the features are the same. The blades are the same. The force is the same. The speed is the same. That's really it. Yeah, that's the question you need to ask yourself is, what is it that you want to make? Yeah, that's the question. Okay, so let's get into the things. Now, let me show you something really quickly. Let me show you something really quickly, and then we're going to get into the things. How are y'all feeling this fine Wednesday? It's weird going live on a Wednesday early, but I got other things to do today. So thank y'all for joining me early today. All right, so this is Cricut Design Space. Now, I really don't like to open Cricut Design Space on Romeo Wednesday because I feel like that's disrespectful to my Romeo and to my, to my Juliet. But I actually want to just show you a few things so you'll know what I'm getting ready to show you in Leonardo Design Studio. So now inside of Cricut Design Space, there are important tools, right? And when I say important tools, I'm talking about this stuff that's down here. Let me hide this and let me just go and grab No, I won't grab a text box. I'll grab two shapes. I want to grab a circle and I'm going to grab a heart. Okay. With this circle, let's change the color of it to red, and let's change the heart to, let's just change it to yellow. And let's make it bigger. Let's make both of them bigger. Okay. Within Cricut Design Space, there are important tools that you really need to know how to use, because these really do all the things. These are the design tools, right? So if I was to select these things, I have options that are down here at the bottom, right? So here is the slice tool. Here's combine, and we know that combine has tools within it. There's unite, subtract, intersect, exclude. And then over here, here, there's attach, there's flatten, and then there's contour, right? Right? Good, Carol, that's great. Hey, Mary, thank you. Happy New Year to you. Y'all got that? Okay, good, Kelly. Thank you for being right there where I am. All right, so today we're going to talk about slice. We're going to talk about weld. Those same things that I just pointed to down there, because we know how to do that. We've been Cricut users. A lot of us have been Cricut users for a long time, right? So we know how to do a lot of this stuff. Well, we're going to learn how to do it and see what the comparisons are. And where are we going to keep this? Where are we going to keep this? Where are we going to keep this? In our craft journal. We're going to keep this in our craft journal, right? So we're going to fill this out and we're going to put it in our craft journal. And if you don't want to download this document because you don't want to sign up for my email list or whatever, it's fine. It's perfectly fine. You can still just write these things down on a piece of paper and then just take notes, okay? All right. So don't feel any pressure to sign up for my email. But also, please know that I don't send out a lot of emails because I would have to type them myself and I don't really have time to do that. Okay, just telling you the truth. All right, so this is this. So if you're wondering, like, where is she getting this stuff from? I'm getting it from Cricut Design Space. So you'll know how to use it once you get to Leonardo Design Studio. Okay. All right. And I'm using the basic version of Leonardo Design Studio. So nothing that I'm showing you. Well, there's one thing I want to show you. Nothing that I'm really getting into is a pro feature. So you won't have to have the pro version if you don't want it. Okay. All right. So if somebody joins and they come in a few minutes late, just help them. Help your friends and say, hey, all the links are below the video. Let them know what we're doing. Okay. How y'all feeling about that? Good. Okay, so let's start with this first, right? So slice, and if you are new to my channel or new to watching me, you don't know that slice is my favorite feature in Cricut Design Space. I absolutely love slice. I love it. I love it so much. Like, it's my favorite. And some of you know that in order to use the slice feature, you can only have what selected in the layers panel. In order to use slice, you have to have what selected in the layers panel. Hi, Tina, and Happy New Year. It's only one of them. Hey, Marta. You can only have two things selected in the layers panel, right? So if I have two things selected, I can come down here and click slice, right? And what's going to happen when I slice is that now I can, separate these two things. Okay. So now in Leonardo Design Studio, it's a little bit different, right? If we want to be able to slice things, and we're going to look at that. With weld, let's go back. Let's go to undo. I'm only going to show you this here now so we don't have to keep going back and forth. Okay. So let's keep going back. Like right now, I'm back to where I started from. I just have the heart and the circle, right? A red heart and a red circle and a yellow heart. I'm going to put these together. If I put these together and I select both and I come over here to combine, I can weld these, and we know that they will become one unit, and they'll just turn into the same color. Okay. So just remember that. We know how to do that. Let's go to undo. All right, so now I'm back to just my two shapes. Let's come down again. Let's look at unite. Unite pretty much does the same thing, but it's not as permanent as weld, because if I come up here to these two layers, I can still, click on the heart, or I can click on the circle. It is going to change them to the same color, but it's not as permanent as weld. Okay. All right, so let's go back. Let's go back again. All right, let's select both. Let's come back down and let's go to subtract and see what that does. You see what happened? It removed that yellow heart. Okay. Okay. See what that did? It just took the heart away. So let's go back. Let's look and see what Intersect does. Intersect will only take the two parts that are really connected, and just it'll remove everything else. So let's look at that again. Let's look at that one more time. So right now I have a yellow heart and I have a red circle. If I put these two together and I select both of them, and then I select the option to intersect, the only thing that will be left is what brings these two pieces together. Okay, so let's look at that again. If I have both of these selected and I go to combine and intersect, it's only going to leave where these two parts are together. Let me make my screen bigger so you can see what I'm talking about. All right, so I'm going to come down to combine and intersect. See that? Okay. All right, so let's go back. And then let's select it again, come down, and let's see what exclude does. Exclude does the opposite of intersect, because what exclude does is it takes out the part that connects these two. I don't use it either. Diane. I never use it. I really prefer just really slice. I really don't use any of this stuff, but I want you to know what it is. All right, so let's look at exclude. See that? So it just took out the part in the middle that connects the heart and the circle. Okay. All right. So let's go back to undo. We want to just keep going back so we can make sure we understand everything. If I click on attach, it's still going to put those two together. The only difference between attach and weld is that attach is still going to give you two cut lines. It's going to give you a cut line, whereas weld doesn't do that. So remember when I did weld, let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me just duplicate this so you can see what I'm talking about. Let's put this one right here, and let's put this one right here. Okay. So if I select these two right here, thank you, Jen. If I put these two right here and I come down here to combine and weld, do you see that this is one layer? Look at my layers panel. This is one layer. Okay, that's one layer. And if I come over here and I select both of these and I come down here to attach, it's still going to change the color of the heart, but I'm going to have a cut line. So right here, see that cut line right there? Do you see that? So that's the difference between attach and weld. And even if you look here, you can see that I have two separate shapes. Okay. Does that make sense? Okay. So we're doing great. So now the only thing that we haven't looked at is flatten. And basically what flatten does is it just turns your shape or your whatever into a print then cut file, right? So if I was like, let's just say let's go back to where I was with this, right? I select this, and let's say I want this to be a sticker, right? I don't want this to be cut. like two separate shapes. I want this to be a sticker. If I want this to be a sticker, I can come down here and just click on flatten, right? And so now this is still something that I can just print. This changes this to a print then cut file. Now, the difference between Cricut Design Space and Leonardo Design Studio is that Cricut calls theirs print then cut. Siser Leonardo Design Studio calls theirs print and cut. And if you've seen the movie Coming to America, it's like McDonald's versus McDowell's. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Okay. Happy New Year, Arlene. Okay. Oh, Kristen, I hope you feel better. Okay. Y'all got that? It's the same thing. It is. McDonald's has the golden arches. McDowell's got the golden arc. Literally the same thing. Okay, it is. Will it still try to cut both shapes with the flatten? It depends. For the most part, no. But in order to make sure that doesn't happen, what I normally do is just put a background behind that. Okay, that's what I do. All right. So now the only thing we haven't looked at, Meredith, me too. Meredith, we have the same movie taste. Now, the only thing I haven't shown you is contour. And contour is one of those things that a lot of people don't use because they don't really have a good understanding of how to use it. But I'm going to just show you really quickly because once we get out of here, we're getting out of here. Okay. So let's go over here and let me just grab an image. I'm going to just get a paw print, right? And I'm going to show you how I would contour this. All right, so let me just take this stuff out. I don't really need this stuff right here. I'm just going to delete this, okay? So let's just say with contour, right? Let's say I had a dog and, you know, his paw, I didn't want it to look like that. Let's say I wanted to remove one of these the toes, right, from the paw print, right? In order to do that, I would really have to contour this. That would be the best way to do it, right? So I could click right here on contour, or let's say I wanted to change the colors, right? Let's say I wanted to have like each one of these little prints as a different color. Well, since there are 4 little prints, I would have to have a duplicate. I would duplicate this 3 more times, right? So I could click on like duplicate, 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 right? And I can have them like right there. Let me bring my view down so y'all can see what I'm talking about. All right, let's bring that over here like that. Let me make it a little bit smaller. All right, so now let's say if I want to contour this, I could click on contour and I can just, I like to have my little shape down at the bottom so I can see what's going on with the contour. So I can click like this, right? And I can just leave that one and I can change the color of it. Let's say I want to change it to like, I don't know, red. Don't worry about it. All right, so here I can go to contour again. Let's say I want to just, now I want to get rid of the rest of these. I want to just keep this one right here. I'm gonna get rid of this, 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 and this. And I can close this and I can change this to, I don't know, green, right? And then let's say I want to change this one. I can go to contour and I can get rid of all of this. I can get rid of this, 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 this. And let's say I want to change that one to blue. See what I'm doing? So I can just, let's move this to the back. See that? Y'all see that? Hey, Reba. Did I say Rondrea? I hope I didn't. I hope I said Rondrea. Okay, so that's how you use contour. You use contour when you want to break up your image and like change the colors and stuff like that. That's how you use contour. Okay. Oh, yes. Patricia D said, remember to hit to like the video. All right. Okay, so now we are moving on. I'm gonna just minimize this and I'm gonna stop sharing for a second. Oh, I don't know. We're not on that today, Debbie. You're not dumb though. You're not dumb. You're not dumb. My suggestion for that, and that's all I'm gonna really say about Cricut Design Space, because really we want to just stick to what we're doing here. Um, my suggestion for sizing your projects is to measure the project first. Measure the blank. So if I'm, if I'm making I don't know, a coaster, I'm gonna measure the size of this, and then I'm gonna create like a little template in Cricut Design Space so I can know what size I want to make it. Okay. All right. Hey, Priscilla. All of the documents that you need are below the video. Every single document you need is below the video. Every document, every document. We're getting ready to get into this now. Okay. All right. So now let's go into Leonardo Design Studio. All right. And we're going to start looking at a few things. Let's start looking at a few things. How y'all feeling? If you are new here, welcome. Hopefully you had a nice time bringing in the new year. Milo, I think he liked the fireworks a little bit. Our dog previously did not like them at all. He didn't go crazy or anything, but hopefully y'all had a, good way of bringing in the new year. We were just right here at the house. All right, so good. Good. All right, so let's go on to now. Put a red heart if you downloaded this document. Red heart if you downloaded this document. Very good. Very good. All right, that's great. You guys are doing great. All right, so let's go on into it. Okay, so when I present and share screen, I always have to share the entire screen to share Leonardo Design Studio. I don't know why. All right, so you can see right now I'm not logged into Pro. I'm just using the basic version of the software. And we're going to just get into doing the things, okay? Yeah, you size before you even get to the mats. All right. So let's look at Slice. We're on Slice, right? And in Cricut Design Space, it's really just called Slice. But in Leonardo Design Studio, it's a little bit different. What do you mean you can't get the description area to work? I don't know what you mean by that, Lynn. Okay, Sexy Shelly. I'm going to change my name. Sexy Shelly. I love that. Hey, Marilyn Barber. It won't show up. At the bottom, is there an option to click more, show more? Sexy Delonda. You better be over there being super seductive, super sexy, super seductive. Okay, Carol. Oh, that's weird. Let me see if I can, let me stop sharing for 1 second and see if I can link it and just give you the link. How about that? Oh, you on your cell phone? It should still work. That's weird. Hold on 1 second. One second. What did you have to do? The link didn't work. Did everybody else download it? It's working. If it's working for some, it's working. I don't know. I don't know about y'all. I'm not a I don't really craft from my cell phone like that. So I don't know. I don't really know. Okay. Yeah, you do have to sign up for my email. That's the only way it'll work. Happy New Year, Fern. Hey, Jean. Good afternoon, Faker McFake. Hey, Katrina. I love the way you spell that. Okay, Alice. I'm gonna give y'all a minute to get the stuff. Happy New Year, Mary. We're gonna just take a we're gonna take a minute. We're gonna take a second. We're gonna take a minute. Give people a chance to get caught up, give people a chance to find the document, all the documents. Everything is linked below the video. Hey, Mona. Okay. Give y'all like 1 minute. Got it? Yeah, even if you already on my email list, you still have to like sign up. That's the only way it'll come to you because every document has its own link. There's a lot there, Kristen. Uh-huh. Thank you, Paulette. Well, once you click on the link, let me remove this document. Once you click your name and then you enter your email address, if you are already signed up for my email, as soon as you click send me the document, it's going to pop up as a download. Okay. But if you're not signed up for my email, that's when it will go to your email. Okay. Hey, precious pieces. Okay. So if you're already signed up, it's not going to go to your email. It's just going to pop up. Okay. All right. Y'all ready? Okay. So I'm just using I'm going to just go back into Leonardo Design Studio. Thank you, Donna. I appreciate that. All right, y'all ready? And then anybody who's just coming in, you'll know where we are and all that stuff. All right. Okay, that's fine, Carol. I think you got a lot to do anyway. You got a new machine. It's probably not on the top of your list right now. I don't know, Kristen. I don't know why. Everything is there. Okay, let me go back and share again. Um, present, share screen, entire screen, share, hide, Leonardo. Damp London. Gina, thank you for saying that, Sonic. Okay, so we're back in Leonardo Design Studio, and um, we're going to do pretty much what we just did with the other when we were in Cricut Design Space. The one problem I had, and maybe Patrice knows the answer to this, is doing slice without the pro version. That was the one thing I had a problem with, but it might work. But we'll start from contour and work our way up. Okay, let's start with, yeah, that's true. Let's start with contour first. So I'm going to go over here to design library, and I am going to, oh, it's going to log me in. And I'm just going to get a paw print like I did before. And I'm going to make it bigger. And when I was in Cricut Design Space, remember when I was trying to contour the paw print, I had to choose, like I had to go into contour and choose what I wanted to contour out. In Leonardo Design Studio, it's so much different from that because I can just right click. I keep freezing. Okay, yeah, Ruth, maybe do that. Okay, so I'm going to right click right here. I'm on right here on contour. I'm on the last option, contour, and I'm going to right click right here, and I'm going to go to paths and ungroup paths right here. And if I look over here in my layers panel, I can see that I have 5 different shapes now instead of it just being one shape. Okay, do y'all see where I am? Y'all see where I am? What I just did? Let me go back and do that again. Right now, so let's look at Leonardo Design Studio first of all. Right here on the artboard and cutting mat, the standard size of the media width is 12 by 12. 12 by 12 is the size of a cutting mat, right? So if I were to look at my mat, this is 12 by 12. This also represents 12 by 12. So right here, the media width is 12 inches and the media length is 12 inches. I can have my option on material roll, or I can have it on cutting mat. If I have the option on cutting mat, then it kind of replicates what the cutting mat looks like, right? And we know that I have the option to hide the grid or keep the grid on. I also have the option to have it on a dark background or just keep it on a light background, right? So I'm just going to keep it on a light background for right now, okay? And then down here, now this is something that kind of is different from what we're used to seeing in Cricut Design Space, because you'll see that the options, while they are the same in some cases, they look a little bit different. This is, yes, you can, Owilda. This is Leonardo Design Studio. You can. Okay. Just even if you just want to play around with it and kind of learn the software. All right. So right now, all I have on here is a paw print. And if you look in the layers panel, this right here is the layers panel. They call it the properties panel, but it's the same thing as the layers panel, right? And the layers or the properties panel has 2 parts to it. There's the color picker, where you can change, this from a fill to a stroke, right? If I don't want to have this all filled in, I can just have this as a stroke. I can have it, I can change the thickness of it, right? If I just have it on this, so I can kind of go up and make the thickness darker. Look at that. See what I'm doing? I'm just clicking right here. See where I am? I'm hovering over here. See where I am right here? See where I am right here? Right here. Okay, so I can do all of those things if I want to just have it as an outline, basically, but I'm going to keep it as a fill. And what I want you to pay attention to is this panel, this properties panel. Right now, this is just one layer, right? And when I was saying in Cricut Design Space, if I wanted to contour that paw print in Cricut Design Space, it would be different. I would have to duplicate it multiple times to change the different little paws, right? But over here, it's not like that. So if I want to change this to multiple layers, I can right click and I can go to paths and I can go to ungroup paths. So on my tracking sheet or on my note taking sheet right here, let me stop sharing for 1 second because I want you to see this. Right here on contour, I would go to right click and I will go to paths. I think I did, what did I do? Ungroup paths. Let's see. Yeah, ungroup paths. Thank you, Pamela. I appreciate that so much. Now you don't have to write yours exactly like this, but if it were me and I was taking notes, this is what I would do. He sure does, DB. Okay, so now I have this. Let's go back into the software and see how we can contour, right? We're going to learn all of the things that we do that we're used to doing in the other software. Okay. All right, so now I have these, look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 different shapes right here. And I can go back over here. See where I'm hovering over here? See where I am? I'm still over here in the properties panel. See where I am? Thank you, Aunt Wanda. See where I am right here? I'm over here, right here. See where I am right here? See where I am? Okay. So if I go right here, I'm going to go to color picker and I can change the color of every single one of these. I can click on this black right here and I can go down. I can say, okay, I want this one to be pink. And then I can click right here and I want this one to be, I don't know, green. And I can click right here and I want this one to be, I don't know, red. You know, I'm gonna have red in there. I can click on this one and I want this one to be blue. And now I have it. Right? That's how you contour in Leonardo Design Studio. Okay. So much easier. I don't have to, yes, this can all be done in the free version. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Phenomenal Creations number 13. You can do this in the free version. Okay. It is a billion times easier because I don't have to duplicate it 4 times and then change the first color, then change the second color, then change the third color, right? Yeah, I can just do this. Delete. Thank you, Love Lander, our Love Landers, for saying that. Did y'all know that when you like a video, it's actually free? It doesn't cost you anything to like a video. It is like $0. And when you subscribe to a channel, it also doesn't cost you anything. It's 100% free. Okay. That's why Shay. I know a girl who used to when anybody would ask her a question, she would say, "That's why." But why? Okay, so we're good on that. And then if I was ready to like cut this, then I would, of course, I would group it back together, and then I could click send, right? And then, you know, it would send and it would all cut separately. Okay. Not pink gives me hives. Okay. All right. So now we got that. All right. Now let's look at flatten. Okay. Let's look at flatten. So let's go find let's go back here to the design library, and I don't know, let's find something that we want to flatten. Uh let's go with this penguin right here. This penguin is cute, right? And let me remove all this stuff right here. Right, so here's this little penguin guy right here, and I don't know if y'all saw that. Let me click on that again. You see right here, when I clicked on this, it says this design is freely available for all license types. So that lets you know that you don't have to have a pro version or any other thing special to get this. Like, it's just a free, it's a free image. You don't have to have a specific version. Okay, so I think that's good to know. All right, thank you, little Kiki. All right, so let me close that back out. Let's go back to the design. So now right here, I can see that it says that this is 6 items. Let me zoom in. I need to remember how to do my zoom in. F3. Okay, so F3, I'm clicking F3, right? It says that this is 6 items. Let me look at the layers panel. Okay, so maybe if I ungroup it, I'll be able to see that it's 6 items. But let's just say I don't want to, figure out what the 6 items are. Like, I don't even care to know, right? I want this to be flattened, right? So remember I said we're not going in order because I'm really not sure about that. Let me go back. Let me stop sharing for 1 second. So right here, we're on flatten, right? And with flatten in Cricut Design Space, that's if you have an image and you want to be able to change it to a print, then cut file. McDowell's, right? Print and cut in Leonardo Design Studio is when you want to print, like you want to print an image, you want to print stickers, you want to print an image that's going to be sublimated or something like that. That's what I would use this penguin for, because I could not imagine trying to layer this penguin with vinyl, right? I would not have fun with that. But with this, let me show you what we're going to do to make sure we know how to flatten. So I'm going back to share screen, entire screen. I always have to do it like this. All right, so we're back here with the penguin, and we want to be able to print and cut, right? And right now it's not that. If I were to select send design, let's see what would happen, because this is not selected as a print and cut file. This is basically a vinyl, right? It's going to give me, separate mats for all of the portions of the penguin. Okay, Deidre. See what I'm saying? See over here, those are the eyes and the body and the scarf and the hat, and then the feet and all the stuff. This is going to give me just all different sections of the penguin. Well, I don't want that. I want to actually be able to print this, right? So I can make this, bigger, and then I could come down here to where it says build contours, and I will select the star with the star. So I'm gonna write that down. So I'm gonna go to build contours, and I'm going to select the star with a star. Okay, star with a star. And I'm going to change this to a print and cut logo. That's what I want. And if you look, you can see there's a blue outline around this penguin now. That means all of this is going to be cut together. Okay. You have to have the pro version, yes, in order to send your designs out to cut them. Well, if you want to export it to a different software, yes, Lynn. But if you are using a Romeo and Juliet, no. Okay. Do you see the blue lines? See the blue lines around the penguin right here? Thank you, Donna. See what these blue lines right here? Okay. So with the blue lines, that lets me know where this will be cut. So I can click apply, and now you can see that there are lines around my penguin. There are lines right here. Okay. So I clicked on build contours. I clicked on the star with the star, and I selected the print and cut logo. So let me stop sharing again. I want to stop sharing so y'all can see what I'm writing down. All right. So you see where I am? I'm at flatten. In Cricut Design Space, it's called flatten. In Leonardo Design Studio, it's called build contours. So I will go down to that menu at the bottom. I will select build contours. I will select the star with the star. And then I will select the print and cut logo. Okay. All right, Spill and Diversity. I don't know, Preacher Earl, because I don't have a scan and cut machine. Okay, this is what I would do in order to do a print and cut of this penguin. Okay, so now remember the first time. Thank you, Kristen. Remember the first time. Let's go back to the penguin. Remember the first time when I clicked on that penguin and I clicked send design, it was like different layers of the penguin. Well, I don't want different layers of the penguin if I want to put this penguin on my shirt, right? I want to be able to print the penguin. So right now, if I look at this, it says that this is a kiss cut group. That's what this says. So if I were to click send design, first of all, I would pay attention to what's going on over here. Look right here. See where I am? Look, follow the mouse. I'm on the penguin. I'm on the penguin. We'll get to that in a minute, TMP. 1 second. We'll follow the mouse. I'm on the penguin. I'm over here. I'm coming over here. See where I am right here? See where I am right here? See where I am right here? See where I am? Okay, so right here, this print and cut job is already selected. I did not select that. I didn't come over to this box and check that. It was checked once I chose print and cut logo when I was with the star, right? So I would come down right here. This says A4. My paper is not A4. The size of my paper is 8.5 by 11. So I want to make sure that this 8.5 by 11 matches the actual paper that I will be using to print. Okay, so make sure when you're doing a print and cut that your paper matches the paper that's on the screen. Okay, so I have it on 8.5 by 11. And if I really wanted to, I could go up here to page marks. See where I am right here? Let's come back. Look, follow the mouse again. Come back up here. Come back up here. Come back up here. See where it says page marks? Let me come down again. Look where I am. See where I'm hovering over the penguin? I'm going to come up, 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 come over right here to page marks. If I click on page marks, it's going to put my page marks further out, which means I can make this penguin bigger. So right now it's small, but if I wanted him to be bigger, right? I want him to be this size. Let's say I want to have a big penguin, bigger. I can make him bigger like that. Yes, Lynn. Yes. Okay. Now, if I look at this, I can see that my penguin, let's see how big I can click right here on this. Look right here. See where I am right here? Let's come back over here, come back over here, come back over here, come back over here. See where I am right here? If I click right here, I can see the size. I can see the width and the height of my penguin. Right now, the width is at 6.706 and the height is at 9.559. You know, just like in the other software, I can unlock my proportions and I can make the penguin too wide or too tall or any of that, right? So yeah, I would stay inside the red line. That's a great question. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Diane. Okay, so I've made this bigger. Let's see if this will be acceptable, right? Let's see if I make it a little bit bigger. Let's see. Because we have to be careful about that, right? All right, let's click send design and see what happens. Okay, so right now it says all artwork that fits on the page. And I want to move each color layer to origin. I'll just keep it right there and see if it's acceptable. Okay, so I can look and I can see that I'm outside of the line. See how this is red? See how this is red right here? Hey, Jennifer. Thank you, Kawanda. Thank you, Delivia. Thank you so much. Right here, right? So what I could do is just try to make my penguin smaller. I wouldn't even have to go back into the software. I can see that it's not going to do right, right? I can look at these red lines and be like, it's telling me, just like at a red light. For most of us, not all of y'all, me, but some of y'all don't stop at the red light. For some of y'all, red light means speed up. For me, red light means stop. Okay, so I would just make this smaller. I would just come down here and I make it a little smaller, and then I will bring my penguin down and see if I could get, now see it's black. See how this is black now? That lets me know I'm in a good space. I can go ahead and print this and it's going to cut. Now pay attention to what I'm getting ready to say right here, because this is very important. Y'all got your hearing aid turned up? You got your hearing aid turned up? Turn it up. Turn up your hearing aid. Okay. Right here, you saw how I made that smaller? You saw how I made that penguin smaller so it would fit? Good, Gina B. That's very good. Okay, you saw how I made that penguin smaller? I did not have to make any changes right here, because if I make this small, this will also get small. Let me show you what I mean by that. So right now I'm on my print page. This right here, this first mat right here, this is my print page. This is my cut page. Let's look again. This is my print page. This is my cut page. So if I'm on my print page and I make this, let's say I make this, this small. Whatever I do here is automatically going to do it here. Okay, see that? Isn't that good? Isn't that good? It's not gonna cut the feet off. That's good, right? And I don't have to cut it right there. I can cut it wherever I want to cut it. I can move it over here if I want to. I can say I want mine to cut up here because I already got something down here, and this is, I wasted something, right? I made a mistake and printed something I didn't want to print, but I got all this space over here. I want mine to cut up here, right? I can cut it over here. I can cut it wherever I want to cut it. Okay, so know that. Okay, I'm going back. All right, so how do we flatten? How do we flatten? Let's stop sharing and let's kind of talk about it. How do we flatten? How do we flatten? Build contours. Then what? The star, the double star. Yeah, star with the star. Then, yes, yes, yes. Look at y'all over there. Y'all better be over there teaching the people. Y'all better be over there teaching the people. Now, if you are not subscribed to this channel, you're riding free. We need you to subscribe to this channel. Okay? We're not on that, Debbie. Debbie, we're not on Cricut Design Space. We're not on that. Okay. Okay? Y'all got it. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. Okay? So how y'all feel about flatten? That's really the truth. Y'all feeling good? Great. That's great. All right, y'all ready? No, the basic version is not free. The basic version is not free, Pamela. Okay. The basic version of any software is, for the most part, well, except Silhouette Studio, that basic version is free. But the basic version of this software is not free. I think it's $8.99 a month. But you could have also gotten a yearly rate. And I don't know if it's on sale anymore. I do have my link below the video. You can try it and see if it'll still give you a discount. I know it gave a discount if you signed up for the annual pro version. One of the best things about the pro version, and I'm not even gonna lie, that I love the most is that when you have the pro version of the software, you don't have to use this software to cut. You can, or when you have the pro version of the software, you can take your designs to any software to cut, to print, to do whatever. The files, you can change them to SVGs, PDFs, PNGs, JPEG. You can change them to whatever you want to change them to, and they belong to you. All right. The basic version of this is not free. Okay, Kai Smith, that's awesome. It is. I agree. It's 100% worth it to me. Hey, Mary D. All right, y'all ready? Thank you, Teresa. Okay, thank you, Velda. All right, let's go back in. I don't know. They do have a free trial of the basic. They do have a free trial of the basic version. I'm going to try to find, I don't know how to, let me see if I can find the link to that, y'all. Hold on 1 second. I don't even know how to, let me go to Siser.com. Let me see if I can find it. They do have a free trial. Let me see. I don't know. Cutter. Heat press digital. Y'all, I would be lying if I told you news. All right, let me go in here. Oh, you know what? Maybe I need to just show y'all this. Thank you, Arlene. Y'all be killing me with that New Year's. Copy. See if this will work. See if this will work. Free trial of the basic version. Oh, thank you, Valerie. Can somebody click on that and see if it works? Leonardo Design Studio is free to use. Oh, good. I didn't know that. Y'all, did that work? Tell me if that works. Okay, good. Use that. Thank you, our love landers. Well, you have a machine now, so you have no excuse. Yeah. Okay, y'all ready now? All right, perfect. All right, let's go back in. Present, share screen, entire screen. Share. All right. So we're good on that, right? All right, let's look at attach. All right, so like I said, we're just moving up. Attach in Cricut Design Space. Really, it's just putting two shapes together and still having a cut line. Basic is limited, so that one is free. Though some things are being added for versions of pay when it has the bells and whistles, and I need all the bells and all the whistles. So I'm back in there, right? And if I come down here, oh, y'all can't see where I am. Just kidding. Share. Girl, we don't even know what you're talking about. All right, we're back in there. All right, so look where I am down here. See where I am down here? Okay, thank you, Jen. Yeah, we've been on here for an hour. Okay, so look, I'm down here and I have these shapes. So let's just grab a circle and just add it. All I did was click on it, and I'm going to click escape on my keyboard so it doesn't keep adding more circles. And let's just let's make it a little bigger, and let's change the color of it to, you guessed it, red. Don't worry about it. All right, and then come back down here and let's grab a heart, and let's just click on the screen and add it, and then I want to click escape, so I just have that one heart, and I want to just change the color of it to, I don't know, let's change it to this aqua ish color, right? Let's make it bigger, right? And we'll try to do the same thing. How do we get out of print and cut mode? Just turn off you can just uncheck it over here. I just went to a new page. See where I am up here? TMP Customs. I just clicked on to add a new page. I can keep adding a new page as many times as I want to. Hey, me Heidi. All right, right here. See where I am? Your heart should be red, shade. All right, so now I'm going to select both of these. And if I select both of these, I can right click right here, and I can go to paths, and I can go to combine paths. Hey, just Rachel. I think that's unbiased. Okay, that's combining them. Let me see if let me look at my layers panel. I don't know if that's really what I wanted to do. Let's look at that again. Right click and go to paths. I know if I weld them, it's going to do the exact same thing it does in Cricut Design Space. But if I don't want it to do that, let's go back. Let's look at that again. Let me come down here. Remove front, stamp, keep. Let me see that. Oh, yeah. Stamp keep is what's going to do it. But stamp keep is not available in the free version. And right now I'm on the pro version. It is pro version. Can you combine more than two? Let's look at that, Mary Brown. Hold on, let's see. Let me add another shade. Let's change this one to let's just, no, we'll change it to green. And let's make it bigger like this. I mean, you can't, well, look, there was a shape right there. Paths. Yeah. It's just going to be different. All right. So really with attach, really the only way to make it look from what I know, unless somebody else knows something different. The only thing that I know is stamp keep, but that is still not really the exact same. Let me see how this looks. Slice intersect. No. The only way I know is stamp keep. What's this one? Color layer weld, release compound, slice intersect. It's stamp keep. It's the third option is stamp keep. Okay, so you have to write that down. Stamp keep. And what stamp keep is going to do, but now remember, this is a pro feature. Hey, Charnette. Stamp keep is a pro feature. It's not available in the basic version. But with stamp keep, if I come over here and click that, it's going to still give me both shapes, but what's behind the heart is going to be deleted basically, right? So you see that? Let me make my, put on a dark background. See that? Do you have an escape button, Shay Shay, on the Mac? I'm sorry, Preacher Earl. It was available for a whole month. Maybe try Delonda without the 25. I don't know, Preacher Earl. Okay, so stamp keep. So if I'm on attach, I'm going to have it on stamp keep like that. Okay. All right. So now let's go to exclude. All right. So let's use that same thing that we did the first time. And I still have two. Oh, wait, let's go back. Undo. Let's delete this. Let's make sure we have two separate. Oh, gosh. Let me just add another shape. So now with Cricut Design Space, when we were on Exclude, see where I am right here on Exclude. In order to exclude, there are two ways to do it, right? So if I go with this same option that I had, and let me make my view bigger, and I have a heart and just a circle. Let's make this a little bit bigger. And let's put we can keep it like this, or we can put the heart in front. Let's go to order and bring to front. There are two ways to do it. One way to do it, what button did I hit to get the dark background? Over here, already, see where I am? Follow the mouse, follow the clicker. Over here, where it says this little check right here for dark background. Valerie, you see it? See where I am? Hovering over here, right here at the top. Hey, Eve. Happy New Year to everyone coming in. Happy New Year to everyone coming in that I didn't get a chance to say hi to or tell you Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Okay. Did Valerie get it? Did you get it? I'm going to keep going because there might be a delay. Okay, so I have both of these selected. There are two ways to do exclude, right? I'm on the one that says exclude. The first way to do exclude is you can right click on it. I'm just using my mouse and I can go to paths and I can do make compound. I mean, not down here. I can go to paths and I can go to combine paths if I do it like that, and it'll exclude the middle part. So to me, this looks exactly the way it does in Cricut Design Space. It works the exact same way. So right here on exclude, I can go down to, I could select both and go to paths and combine paths. Let's look at that in Cricut Design Space. Let's go back over here. Let's go back to having a circle. All right, let's make it a circle. Let's delete all this stuff right here. And let's go and have a heart like we did before. And this heart, let's make it yellow. And let's make this red. All right. So if we come down here and we do that, the same thing I just did with exclude, I have both of these selected. And if I come down here to combine and I go to exclude, it's going to have that middle part taken out. Oh, okay, good, Preacher Earl. See that? Y'all see that? So in Cricut Design Space, this is how it looks. And then in Leonardo Design Studio, this is how it looks. It does the same thing. So for exclude, you will go to paths and combine paths. But you could also come down here, like let's just say, let's go to undo. I have both of these selected right here. I can come down here to, let me see, the option was make compound path. Let me see. It's hard for me to see it. It is the sixth option. If I click on make compound path, that's another way to do it. Let me stop sharing for a second. So far, this is what we've done. If you are just joining us, hello, welcome, happy new year. New year, same hot mess, true statement, right? We've done contour. I talked about it. We've done flatten. We've done attach. We've done exclude. And I said there are two ways to do exclude. You can do paths and combine paths. That's like one way to do it. Let's separate it. And then, and then the second way to do it was just to click on make compound path. Thank you, Eve. Okay. Yes. Yes. And if you're wondering, where is this document? It's linked below the video already. Okay. It's linked below the video already. How y'all feeling? Is this information overload? Do we need to break this up into 2 videos? Let me hear from y'all. Thank you, Meredith. How y'all feeling? Sorry for crunching my ice. Okay. Let's keep going. We're on Intersect. All right, I'm going back in. If y'all feel like we're on information overload, make sure you tell me, okay? Because I don't want you to start the new year on information overload. Thank you. All right, so we are on Intersect. Let's go to Intersect. All right, and I'm still going to keep using the heart in the circle because it's really the same thing, okay? So let's go. I'm going to click undo so we still have the heart and the circle, right? So when we were in Cricut Design Space and we wanted to do Intersect, there was just a thing that said intersect, and this is the same thing. So if I go right here and put these together and I select both, I can come down here and I'm going to select the option to intersect them. So right here, it is the 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the 4th option, and it's just going to give me that middle part, right? Thank you, Melinda. I appreciate that. Right. So remember with intersect, when you click the option to intersect, the only thing that's left is the part that brought the 2 shapes together. Okay. It's the part that brought the 2 shapes together. So if I go back in the Cricut Design Space, right, and let's just say I click undo right here and I select these, I come down here and go to intersect, that I'm going to be left with the same thing. Okay. It's going to be the same thing. All right. Okay, Shay Shay, she's in her learning era. Hey, Marilyn, thank you for being here. Okay. So intersect in Cricut Design Space is pretty much the same. It's the same word. All right. So you come down to the tool at the bottom and you still go to intersect. Okay. So now let's go to subtract. Okay. So now let's go back. I'm gonna click undo. I'm just gonna keep clicking undo every time because that's what's gonna bring me back to my same two shapes. And I'm just using shapes because this just makes it easier for everybody to understand. Right. So if I put this heart on top of this circle, like just like I did before, right? And I select both of these and I want to go to subtract just like it is in Cricut Design Space, I could come down and look at my notes and I'm going to select the option to remove front. Okay, so let's come down here and it's the, let me look, one, two, it's the second option at this bottom menu. And all I'm left with is like whatever is left because it's just taking that heart away. When would you use one good reason to use intersect is like if you are trying to add a photo to a shape. Maybe that's like slice too. I just thought about that. That's a very good question, TMP Customs. I have a video where I made a puzzle and I had to use that intersect option, and I'll show you in a minute, but y'all got this? So right now, all I did was click remove front. Let's look at it in Cricut Design Space again. Let's click undo right here, right? And I select both. If I go to subtract, it's going to remove that heart, which is the same thing. So in Cricut Design Space, it's subtract, but in Leonardo Design Studio, it's remove front. So on mine, on subtract, I'm going to click on remove front. Let me stop sharing so y'all can see that. I know my writing is not the best, but don't wool body. See that? And your notes don't have to say exactly what mine say. Write yours in a way that makes sense to you, right? You don't have to write what I write because mine might not make sense to you. Write what makes sense to you. Thank you, Brenda. Jamie, this is not good. This is terrible. I'm so used to typing and having a whole bunch of typos on wool body. Okay. If y'all didn't see my calendar video, y'all need to go back and watch it because it's really good. Well, the video is, the sound at the end messed up, but we'll talk about that at another time. Okay. So there's that. Let me show, let me open a new page right quick and show how to do intersect or when you might use it. 1 second. Okay. Let me see if I can find a photo that's decent. Not decent. Yeah, decent. Let's see. Let's see if we can use this one. Like that. Next. And then we want that to be in the back. Do that like that. Hold on. I want to make sure I can show you and don't confuse you. Okay, I can do that. All right, let me start back sharing. You ain't right. Share screen. Entire screen like that. Like that. Like that. Okay, look. So I'm back in here, right? I'm just on a new page. Let me make this. Let me go from a dark background. Let's go back to a light background. I'll make the view bigger, right? Well, not that big. All right. So let's just say I grab a heart, right? Let's go down here to this the menu at the bottom right here, and I grab a heart and I just click it to add it to my screen. I'm going to click escape and I'm going to make it bigger, right? Let's say I want to make this heart bigger like this. And I want to add in a photo and I want my photo to be in the shape of a heart. Okay. Y'all following? Because TP asked a question about when would you use You asked when would you use Intersect, right? I think that was the question. I think that was the question. I hope that was the question. Isn't that a question? Yes. Okay, perfect. All right. So here's my heart, right? And let's say I bring in a photo of my family. So I can go to file and I can go to import and I can go down and just grab a picture of my family. I'll grab this picture right here, right? So it's like one of our family photos we took last year. We didn't even take them this year because we didn't have time. All right. So when you're bringing in a photo and you want it to change into the shape of whatever the shape is, right now, I wouldn't bring it in as a print and cut, even though it really is a print and cut. I would bring the photo in as a background image. So I would click right here on background image and I would click on next. I can see the photo is very big, right? And I can bring the size of the photo down. Now, one thing you have to remember when you're trying to do something like this is that the photo goes behind the shape. So I'm going to click on the photo. I'm going to right click. I'm going to go to order, send to back. I want the photo behind the shape. I want the photo behind the shape. And I'm going to click on the shape and bring it up. And let's kind of like just, make sure everybody is in there, right? I want to be able to see everybody, right? Let's kind of make this a little bit, well, we could just do page marks. That's better. All right, so I can see it, right? It's good. I can even make my screen, the view bigger, right? And if I select the photo plus the shape, first of all, I brought the photo in as a background image. The second thing I did was I resized the photo. Then I made sure the photo is behind the image. It does Shay, but it wouldn't be applicable right here because you need to have a filled in image in order to do this. Okay. And I could decrease it, but I don't need to, right? I can just look and see that we're not all back there. Well, we all back there on this one. Okay. So right here, I will select the photo and the shape, and I will come down here and I would choose the option to intersect. So that is the fourth option. And then that changes my photo to the shape. So that's one way or one reason you would use intersect. So that's like slice. I feel like that's like the slice option. Okay. Thank you. All right. All right. So that's one reason we use intersect. Let's go to let me close out some of this stuff. No. All right, let's go to undo here. All right, let's go to unite. To me, unite, and thank you, Adrian, is very much like slice. And maybe that is slice. Maybe that answered my question. The thing about unite in Cricut Design Space is, to me, it's just like weld. It's just like weld. It's just not permanent, right? So when I look at unite, if I were to select these two options, right, I would probably do combine paths. But let me look at that. Let's see. If I right click on this and I go to paths and I go to combine paths, no, it's not really like that. Let's go back. Maybe it's like weld. Let me see. Let me go to paths and weld. Yeah, it's just going to bring them together. And let me see if I do this paths and I go to ungroup paths. No, it's not going to ungroup it. It stays together. So let me break it. It's not even going to break it. Once it's welded, that's it. Let's go back to undo. Let me see what options I have down here. Remove front, stamp, keep, intersect, slice. Oh, look at slice, intersect. Oh, nothing. Haha, just kidding. Okay, let's see. Make compound, release compound, color layer weld, base layer weld. What's that? Select color. I've never done this, so I don't even know what that is. Oh my gosh. I didn't even know that was a thing. I didn't even know that was a thing. Okay, so I'm going to say that unite is weld. I'm just going to say that it's like weld. And weld is weld. Weld is weld and unite is weld. Okay. Thank you, our love land. Okay, this is what I'm going with. Unless y'all want to call it something different, that's what I'm going to go with. And then for slice, I think slice is like intersect. What did I just do, Gina? Did you see that? That was my first time ever doing that. I'll do it again. That was my first time doing that. I don't even know if that's something new. Did y'all see that? Watch it again. Let me show you. I was amazed at myself. So look, at first I had this. Let me make this bigger. Okay, so first I had this heart, right? Let's just kind of make it a little bigger and make the circle bigger too. So first I had this heart in this circle, right? And I put them together and I was just trying to see what I could do to unite. But if you select both, and it could be any two shapes, right? And I went down here to this last option. It's called base layer weld. What it's going to do is put the two colors together that you want. So let's just say I want both of these shapes to be red, but I want one of them to be a heart. It's still going to keep that blue heart, but it's going to give me the red heart too. So let's watch. If I click on base layer weld, I have the option to have it in red or aqua. Let's see what happens. I selected aqua. Let's see what happens. You see that? That is so good. Now, I don't know when I would use it, but it's good. It's really, really good. You know what I wonder? I wonder if I can do it with 3 shapes. Let's add a star. Let me see something. Y'all, if this is not something new and I'm just the one figuring it out today and y'all already knew about it, blame yourselves for not telling me because I did not know anything about this, but I think it's pretty good. All right, so let me select all 3 and go to base layer weld. Oh my goodness, blue. If I move this, let me bring this down. Look at that. Y'all, I did not know this existed. I don't know when I would ever use it, but it's really good. And you know what? I'm thinking about something. Look at this. I'm still thinking about slice. So let's just say, let me delete this and let me delete this. So let's just say I were to go here and just type my name, right? If I just type Delonda and I come over here to, let me find a script font. Let's use Baby Sophia, whatever this is. I don't even know what this is, but let's just use this. Oh, that's so ugly. Don't worry about it. And I put this, let's say I put this on top, right? And I want to take this out. How can I slice this? Remove front. Oh, you could just do remove front. Excuse me. Isn't this so good? This is so good. This is really good. Look at that. Let me click undo. And let me see. I have that all selected. Y'all, I'm learning this right now with you because now this time I clicked stamp keep. So I want to see what's going to happen. Oh, nothing. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Y'all, I'm learning this right here. Look at this. So the first time I clicked remove front and it took the red name away. But this second time I clicked stamp keep and it kept the red name and it still sliced it out. I'm sure you could. It would look weird though as a rhinestone template. I think it would look weird. This will look weird as a rhinestone template because it'll be like all on the edge and stuff. I don't think that would look good. Yeah, that is so good. So if I were to write anything down for slice, where's my pen? Let me stop sharing for a second. If I were to write anything down, hey Martha, what I would write down for slice, I would probably write, I think it's different options because I really think it depends on what you're trying to do. I really think it depends on what you're trying to do. So I would write down intersect as an option for slice. I would also write stamp keep. And I'll show you how to do that with font because that's really when I use that the most. I would also write remove front because I think it really depends. So I wrote down intersect, I wrote stamp keep, and I also wrote remove front. I think it really depends on what you're trying to do because if this was just text and I wanted to slice it, I would use stamp keep. That's what I think I would use. But if I'm putting my name or whatever in a shape, I might use remove front. What are y'all thinking? What do y'all think? What do y'all think about that? But you know, if it's a photo, normally if I'm in Cricut Design Space and I want to add my photo in the shape of a heart, I would have to use slice. But here, if I want to add my photo in the shape of a heart, I have to use intersect. So it's different. I just think it's different depending on what you want to do. Thank you. Okay. All right. So y'all good? Y'all got that? Hopefully y'all learned something. Duplicate the text if you don't have stamp keep. That's a great option, Kristen. Without pro, remove front. Okay. That's great. Okay. So many options. All right. How y'all feeling? So now this document, thank you, Kelly. This document, once again, is below the video. And I've gone over every single thing from Cricut Design Space and, you know, demonstrated how to do it here in Leonardo Design Studio. Now I want to show you 5 of my favorites. 5 of my favorite features. Now, it's kind of hard to just choose 5, but I'll go with 5. I'm going to do my very best to keep it at 5. Okay. All right. Now, if you are new to my channel and you know you just learning all the things, I would really appreciate it if you would like this video and subscribe to my channel. That would be great. I would really appreciate that. And for those of you who are Cricut users who you know are diehard Cricut Design Space fans, I do have a similar tutorial on how to use Cricut Design Space. As a matter of fact, just last week, I went live and I just went through all of the steps for making a t-shirt. Thank you, TMP Customs. And I went through all the things. So I invite you to check that video out if you are, you don't want to wrap your head around learning something new. But I also want to challenge you. We are in the first day of a new year, and I really do want to challenge you to expand your horizons and don't be afraid to learn something new. I highly suggest that you take a chance on yourself and try to learn something new. You're not too old to learn something new. You're not too set in your ways to learn something new. This is the time. And if you have a machine that's in a box, you're never going to learn how to use it with it being in that box. You're not. And the best way to learn how to use something is to open it and start using it and start making the mistakes. You're going to learn a lot from your mistakes. You are going to learn a lot just from making mistakes. You saw me. I was learning this stuff right here with you. This is not something that I already knew. I did not know about all of this stuff. And I would not know it if I had my machine in a box. Okay? So challenge yourself. Don't limit yourself. Don't be like, all I know is Cricut Design Space, and I just want to stick with what I know. That's not good. If that's the case, you should still have a rotary phone. You should still be dialing like this. And I don't want to hear anybody who's not doing this talking about they don't want to learn something new. Because obviously if you have a phone that's a touch screen, you can learn something new. You had to learn how to use that phone. Okay, so let's just keep it real. And I'm talking about the one that's on the wall with the coil cord, and you hold on. Jimmy, they on the phone talking about they want to know if you want to extend a warranty on the car. Tell them I said I'm gonna call them back. No, we're not. Okay, we're not. We're beyond that. Tell Jimmy to get you a phone that does not connect to the wall, that you can actually take outside and talk to your neighbors. Okay? All right. Okay, we're going back in. Okay, so I said I'm going to show y'all my favorite features. See how y'all put me on a tangent? I didn't even want to be on a tangent today. Today was a no tangent day, but it's y'all's fault. All right. So one of my favorite features is the test cut feature. I love the test cut feature. And the reason why I love it is because, when you're working with different types of vinyl and you're not sure how it's going to cut, you're not sure if it's even going to cut through, if you have enough force or too much force, you can do a test cut and you don't have to be worried about wasting materials, right? You're not worried about like, man, I just wasted a whole, sheet of vinyl cutting this stuff and it's too strong or not strong enough, and you've already removed it from the mat. So I have a piece of glitter vinyl right here, right? And with this little piece of glitter vinyl, I can do a test cut and I don't have to worry about wasting a whole anything, right? Hopefully y'all can see my Romeo right here. I can put this vinyl in this machine. I can put it in from the front of the machine or the back, and I can just press that little t-shirt option and I can do a test cut, and it'll let me know if it's, if my settings are good, right? So you see that, can you see that it's in there? Can y'all see that? Or do you need me to move my Romeo over? Let me see if I can move this a little closer. I can't move it any closer. Y'all see that? Hey, Michelle Turner. Thank you so much, Arlene. Okay, so right now, like I said, I can put this vinyl. You see, I don't have a mat. That's not even my favorite feature because I'm a mat girl. I prefer to cut on a mat. But I can put this vinyl in this way from the front, or I can put it in this way from the back. It doesn't matter, right? That's still not even a favorite feature of mine. I'm just saying, right? So I can come over here. I can make sure my wheels are locked. Let me come on this side. Vanna Black, right? I can come over here and I can lock this and I can do a test cut. I can move the blade over here, right? I can just have this, down over here, move this over. So I do have the vinyl face down on the machine, and there's a settings option, a cut settings, and then there's a test cut. There's the option to do a test cut. If I click on that, it's going to do a little cut of a t-shirt. I don't even think I locked it. Okay, let's see. Oh, I did lock it. So here is my, let's see if y'all can see it. See that? That's my little test cut right there. It is okay to just keep the wheels locked. Yes, it is. So right here, I can look at this. Do we need to place it in the mat? When we place it in the mat, do we need to line it up? I would say yes. I would say yes. Or move the blade to where you want it to start. So right now my cut settings, let me see what my cut settings are. It's on 10 and 35. I don't even know if that's good, but we're getting ready to see right now. See that? So, and the thing about this is that I haven't wasted anything except this little piece, right? I haven't wasted a sheet of vinyl trying to figure it out. I don't have to have a design already ready to go, right? See that? I think I cut it terribly, but you see that? So I did not have to create this. It's already in there. And I can do the same thing with my Juliet. So right now, Juliet is not turned on, but I'm going to turn it on. And I'm going to do a test cut with this same thing and see if I can, see what my settings look like. Can y'all see her down there? She looking really, really cute. Let me just move this over. Make sure you on these little grip bar things. That'll help you lock your material in better. So I'm going to lock it. And I'm going to do a test cut. Let me see what my settings are. This is on 10 and 30. Let's do 10. Let's do 10 and 35 and see this. Let's do the same thing. Because that was on 10 and 35. So I'm moving my blade over. And I'm going to do a test cut. Let me unlock it. Oh, that's not it. Don't worry about it. Here it is right here. Now, even though you can cut without a mat, y'all, that's not my preference. It's not my preference at all. I like to cut with a mat. Hold on. See that? So I think I needed a stronger cut setting for Juliet, because this is not good. I think I would have done better if I would have had it on a mat though. Let's look at it. And it might just be me. See that? Okay. All right. So one of my favorite features is test cuts. Y'all got that? Second favorite. And now you have two sheets on your there were two sheets that came with the document that's linked below. You did know? You did? That's awesome. So my second favorite thing, Gina, I don't like it at all. My second favorite thing is the area test. Now, area test is good because it will let you know exactly. Oh, really? It will let you know exactly where your material is going to cut. So let's just say I have this mat right here, right? And I put some vinyl on it. Let me get a piece of vinyl to put on this mat. I have some right here. Right, and I'm gonna just put it anywhere on this. I'm gonna just put it right here in the middle. One thing I love is still not even my favorite thing is that you can put the vinyl wherever you want to put it and then move the blade over to the vinyl instead of moving the vinyl over to the blade. So I can put this in here wherever I want to put it. I can lock it and I can move the blade over. Let me move over so you can see what I'm doing. So let me go and just create something, anything. I'm going into Leonardo Design Studio and I'm just going to just type my name, which I love so much. Let's do it in this. And let's click send. Let's click send. Let's click send. Okay, so I'm in the, let me go back so y'all can see what I'm doing. Let's go back to the software. Present, share screen, entire screen, share, hide. See where I am right here in the software? All I did was just type my name, right? If I want to do an area test to make sure that my Romeo is going to cut where I want it to cut and that I'm not going to be in jeopardy of like wasting vinyl or whatever, I can click on right here. This like a, see this? See this square right here? Y'all see this? Okay, so if I click that, it's going to do an area test. And I'm not going to click it until I stop sharing, but I want to click that so I can see exactly where my blade is going to go. So let me stop sharing because I want y'all to be able to see it happen. So I'm going to click on, let me just move. Yeah, I think y'all can see it. I really do think you can see it. If you can't, I'll move it up. So I'm going to click on area test. It says perform area test. I'm going to say yes. So it's looking. I can look like, am I safe? Oh no, look. See how it's off? See, I'm off. I'm way off. That would be terrible. I would have been wasting material. See that? See that? So the blade went all the way over here. So I would not cut this because I would have been way off. So my second favorite feature is area test. To me, it's like doing a print preview. Like you get ready to print something and you're not sure if, you know, the image is going to be cut off, right? You would do a print preview so you can save your paper, save your ink, save time, save money, save all the things. This is the same thing. This is going to save vinyl. It's going to save your materials because you can see, and hopefully you can see that my blade went all the way over here. Okay. All right. So that's my third. I mean, my second. My third, let's go back into the software. Thank you. Thank you so much. Y'all share the video and tell your friends to come subscribe. Tell your friends to tell a friend to tell a friend if they have a Romeo or Juliet. It might be helpful to them too. Okay. So I'm back in the software, right? And I like to use fonts that have glyphs, right? I love glyphs. I love a glyph. I'm a glyph girl, right? And I love my name a lot, like probably more than I should, but don't worry about how much I love my name. Worry about how much you love your name, okay? One of the things I love about Leonardo Design Studio as a software is that, and this is not even a pro feature, this is just in the basic, I can see the glyphs right inside the software. I don't have to go outside the software to see what glyphs I can add to my name. So if I come down here, and one of the fonts that I love is called Samantha Upright. I don't really like to show it a lot because it's not even available anymore, but I love that font. And I'll show you, I'm just going to show you now, but it's very, 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 very expensive right now. It's like $80. Samantha Upright. Let me show you something. Samantha, right here. So right here, there's my name, right? And I can click right here. See where I am right here? Right here, right here. See at the bottom where it says show glyphs? Now, right now, my name is looking really, really basic, right? It don't even look that good. It just look all right. I can make it bold and I can turn on show glyphs. When I click show glyphs, I can really fancy my name up. So I can come down here and I can change that D, right? Because that D is really, really basic, right? Let me make it to a fancy D. So I can click right here. I can go to backspace. And let's say I want to use this fancy D right here, right? And then with the A, let's say I want to change the A, I can just go to backspace and I can find another like lowercase a that looks really, really good, right? Let me find a fancy A. Let me find a super fancy A. Let's go with, some of these are too fancy. Now y'all doing too much. Now stop it. Samantha, you and the Upright. Y'all doing way too much. Let me click on the L. Let me change that L. Let me see if let me find a fancy L. Maybe not the L. Maybe I'll change the D. I can use that L. Let me change that D too. Let's change the D. Girl, your name's so squiggly, people can't even read it. Don't worry about it. Let me see. Let's go with this D right here. Let's click apply. See how fancy my name is? They do Leslie Cash Tibbs. Do y'all see how fancy my name is? I asked them about that. And it's already welded. So back in the software, back in the text, right here it's on auto weld. So if I were to cut this, I can cut it and it's going to cut smooth. It's not going to have any cut lines in it. And no character map. If I was in Cricut Design Space and I wanted to do this, right? If I go back into Cricut Design Space and I type my name, right? Let's go to text and let me type my name, Delonda, right? And I want to change it to that font, right? Let's go to Samantha Upright. It's a system font. Let's go to Samantha, right? And I want to see the glyphs. I have to come down here to the character map, UWP, and then I have to do all the copy and paste, and right, I'm going to find it. Let me see if I can find it and see if it's going to load. Right here's, let's go down to Samantha Upright. So right here, like if I want to change that D to the fancy D, right? I have to go down here and I could let's go with this one. And I will have to click copy. Then I have to go back to Cricut Design Space. I have to double click in here. I have to backspace this, then do Control V to get that D. Okay, so you see why I love Leonardo Design Studio, why this is a favorite feature of mine. All I got to do is just type it and it's in there. Okay, so there's that. My fourth, one of my fourth favorite things about the software. Let's go back. Let's go to another document, right? And let's go back to text. And let's go to a simple text. You can just go right here and I can type my name. Let's type it in all caps, Delonda. Let's say Delonda loves, oh, let's do this. Let's do Happy New Year's, right? Let's do that. Happy New Year's, like that, right? And I can click apply. And let's just say I'm ready to cut this, right? This is great. Happy New Year's. And I can click send, right? And click send again. Once I get here, if I feel like, you know what, this should not be like this, I can go to paths and I can ungroup the paths and I can just delete that S. Okay. I love that. Okay. You can't, I don't know another software that will allow you to do that. Isn't that great? Isn't that great? I love the fact that you can, you know, break it up. So like, let's just say I don't want this P. I want to have one P and I only want to have, you know, I don't want this N or whatever. I can curve this if I want to do that. I can move this over. I can do all the things in here. I don't have to cut it just like this just because I sent it over here like this. I can put this up here. Happy you ear. See that? So I love that. I love that I'm not limited over here. Okay, so that is my fourth. My fifth and final that I'm going to share today is, you know, in Cricut Design Space, or Cricut Design, formerly known as Cricut Design Space, you know that if you want to import stickers. So I just recently made this calendar, right? I have a whole tutorial. You want me to show it again, Rosalind? Sonia, this is a Romeo. So yes, it's bigger. Juliet is down here. I don't know if you can see it right now, but Juliet is it cuts 13.5, right? So here's my calendar. Let me stop sharing for a second. I want y'all to really understand what I'm getting ready to say, because this is something that I love and I saved this for last. So look, here's my calendar, right? I demonstrated how I made this with my cinch and Canva. And I shared this document. And I'm going to say this here, but I'm going to also talk about it again. This document is an optional document that I shared when I created my calendar. It is linked below the video, the calendar document. Let me tell you how to use this. I left this in here, right? Because I feel like every month, right? You can have a word that you focus on. You can have a scripture that you focus on. You can have whatever you want to focus on for the month. Maybe your month you want to focus on doing more exercise, or maybe you want to focus on getting more rest, or maybe you want to focus on learning a new skill. Whatever it is you want to focus on for the month, you can add it here. I also added that you can have a different goal every week. When I create goals, I like to create goals that I know that I can accomplish, goals that are manageable, goals that, you know, make sense, goals that are smart goals. So I would never make a goal of, I'm going to clean up my craft room, because that's hard. Cleaning up my craft room is general, is broad, is hard. I might say I want to clean up the printer area, or I might want to clean up one table in my craft room. That could be a goal that I have for a week. Then the second week, I want to clean up the corner in the left. And the third week, I want to clean up my wood blanks. So when you're making goals, make sure your goals are achievable, and it's going to make you feel more successful. And then you can also have monthly goals, right? You can have goals that you want to achieve for the month. And then down here, this is just an area where you have for gratitude, right? So at the end of the month, who are the people you're grateful for? What are the things you're grateful for? And one thing I suggested is that you will go back at the end of the year, or when you start to feel downtrodden, or you start to feel sad, or if you go through a season of like seasonal depression, you can go back through your calendar and you can start to look at the things and the people that you've been grateful for. Okay. So this is something that I shared, a document that I shared. It's an optional document. Doesn't cost you anything. It's 100% free. It's my gift to you. If you are in the, ready to create a calendar of your own. Okay. So just that. But what I wanted to do with my calendar that I didn't do the first time is that I wanted to add some stickers to this, right? I want to add in birthday stickers. I want to add in date night stickers. I want to add in stickers for when I have meetings and things like that. And I know, especially if you are a Cricut Design Space user, a regular user of Cricut Design Space, most of the time when you are uploading stickers, you have to upload them what? How do you have to upload stickers? How do you have to upload your stickers? One at a time, right? Unless there are people who know hacks and stuff like that. Well, in Leonardo Design Studio, you don't have to do that, right? So I went today and I found a set of stickers that I like. And I was like, man, I want to cut these out and I don't want to upload them one at a time. So the rotary way, baby booty, right? So let's go back into the software and I'm going to show you the stickers that I downloaded. And I'm going to show you that you don't have to do that with this software. Okay, so we're back in there right here, right? So this is the bundle that I found today. I'm gonna click on import. I'm gonna go to documents. I'm going to my Creative Fabrica files, and I'm going to the planner stickers, right? So once I look at these, I am going to upload this file that's a JPEG, and it's just the whole sheet. But let me also show, well, I'll show you that later. Well, let's look at this. This is like all the stickers one by one, right? And I could upload them one by one, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that, right? So I could go back and I can upload this document, planner stickers, words. I can click on open and I can bring this in as a print and cut file. This is with any version. You don't even have to have the pro version to do this. You can do this with any version of the software. And I can click on next and it's going to, kind of get rid of the background stuff that I don't want. Let's click on next. Now with this bundle, I am not going to include the holes because the holes are like the stuff inside this apple. Let me make this bigger so y'all can see that. See, if I keep it on include holes, it's going to actually cut inside my stickers and I don't want it to do that. So I would click on this so that it's just cutting around the stickers, right? Like that. So I would click on next and I would just click on finished, right? And then I could make this bigger. I can make the stickers bigger, but because my squares are small, I don't want the stickers to be bigger. I actually don't even know how big these are. Like I would want these to be small, right? To see if it's going to actually fit inside my calendar, right? So let's see. Let's go to my layers panel. I don't know if I can. Let me see. Okay, so it'll tell me this is, let me look at this, 1.4 by half an inch, 1.4. Where's my, so inside these squares, it's like one and a quarter. So let me go back and undo that. I want them to stay together. And I'm gonna just make this a little bit smaller, like that. And let's do this. And let's see. I wonder if I can get 2 on here. That's fine like that. Maybe I'll just turn both of them sideways. All right, so I'm going to make sure my paper is on 8.5 by 11. Okay. And then click out and then click back in. That looks great. So now I'm good, right? This looks what sticker paper. I'll show you. And then I would select this and I will come down here to my star within a star. And it's showing me, look, it's showing me it's going to cut out all those circles. That's what I want. I want this as a print and cut logo, right? And I'm going to click apply. And I'm going to send this to my printer. All artwork that fits on the page, click send. And it's telling me that it's a little bit off, which is fine. I can just make it a little bit smaller, or I can just move these up. There we go. So now I can send this to my printer. Let me show you my paper and get this printed, and we're going to get ready to get out of here. If you haven't liked the video, like the video. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Okay, and let me send this to my printer. That was my fifth favorite thing. Okay, let me click send to printer. Click OK. You can, when I get to the cut screen, because right now I'm on the print screen. When I get here, I can choose right here. I can choose to use the cutter settings, Kristen. That's a great question. Or I can, I can choose how I want these to cut. Thank you, Sonia. Oh, I think you have to download them on that computer. I wonder. Because if you download the files, you're downloading them to the computer, not to the software. But for like kiss cut and die cut, Kristen, I think you have to, let me see. Well, we'll see when I get to the cut. Thank you, our little Landers. Oh, this is my paper. I'm going to show a big one after I finish this cutting part. This is the glossy version. You don't have to use glossy. I just like glossy stickers. I just like glossy. I'm definitely going to cut with the mat. Let me get my paper. Here are the stickers. So I'm going to put it on the mat just like it is on here. So I can look here and I'm going to put it exactly how it is. For some reason, I feel like I need to bring this closer, but hopefully y'all will be able to see it good enough. Okay, so let's see. Let's do send to cutter. So I have it on a, if I don't use the cutter setting, but I am going to use the cutter settings. I'm using my Romeo. I'm going to just turn Juliet off for this. It's going to be the same thing, but I'm going to use my Romeo for this. Blade, speed, force. I'm using the cutter settings, and the cutter settings are set for, I think it was 10 and 35. I think that's good. 10 and 35 is what I'm going to use. Let me stop sharing so y'all can see what I'm doing. And we almost finished, y'all. We are almost finished, and y'all have done great. Y'all have done great. So right here, I'm back to the machine. I'm going to click on this button right here. There's a square with a plus in the middle. I want to click that to go back, send the blade back to the home position. When I clicked on the square with the plus in the middle, that just sends the blade back to the home position. I'm putting the mat in. I'm making sure that my rollers are on these black grit, they call grit bars. I'm making sure they're on there. I like this paper because the paper is dry as soon as it comes out. Nothing on my fingers. I like to line up my mat along the side right here. There's like a lip. I like to line up my mat right there. And then I lock it. And then what I'm going, let me show you. See this right here? See this right here? See this this line right here? See this line right here? This little corner. When I line up my blade, I'm going to make sure my blade, and I can't touch it because I don't want to mess it up. I'm going to make sure my blade is right inside this little corner somewhere. That's how your machine calibrates. When I look at the display on the screen, I'm going to be able to see there's going to be a red crosshair. It's going to be like right there. Then it's going to check here. Then it's going to check here. Then it's going to check here. If it's right, if there's a crosshair in the corner, it's going to cut. If at any point it starts to read these lines and it doesn't line up, the machine will start beeping. Okay, so if you've ever had that happen where your machine just started beeping and it wouldn't cut, it's because the crosshairs was not in the corner. Okay, y'all understand what I'm saying? Okay. All right, so I'm going back over here. I'm moving my blade to the corner. So I'm going to press send to cutter. I'm not going to press play because pressing play will make it cut the last thing you cut. That's what you're telling the machine. I'm going to press send to cutter. And I'm going to kiss cut. Yes, that's what I want. I'm going to click OK. So now it's looking at the lines. I should see a red crosshairs right there. It's moving over to this one. I should see a red crosshairs over here. Perfect. It's going to look up. It's going to go to that one. Great. Let's see if I can take a picture with my phone. It's going to be too late. It's going to be too late. It's going to be too late. See, I'm ready to cut. Also, I keep my speed on 10. I never speed it up faster than 10. But you can go faster than that. You can keep it on 13. I keep my speed on 10 no matter what I'm cutting. Where did I get the stickers from? I got them from Creative Fabrica. Stephanie, I'll share them with you, but I don't think you're going to, I mean, you might not like them, but I'll share you the link if you want the link. Let me find it. They're not that cute. They're all right. They're all right. Yeah, I agree. Okay, Deidre. I feel like I just want to print another page just so I can show y'all that. That's what I feel like I want to do. So I feel like that's where a lot of people get confused, is with those crosshairs. Y'all got it, or you feel like you need me to do it again? Y'all got it, or you feel like you need me to do it again? Deidre, open that, Romeo. Open that, Romeo. You're not gonna learn anything with that Romeo in the box. You're not. Yes. So with this machine, you know, if you feel your materials and you feel like, man, I don't really think it cut through, then you would just press the play button and let it cut again. I do feel like these cut through, but I can always just double check to be sure. Oh, they did a good job. See that? Deidre, you can do this. You can definitely do this. Okay, so these are my little stickers. And so, let me see, what's the first birthday I can think of? Oh, my niece. My niece has a birthday March 9th. So I can go right here. Let me see. And I can do birthday. You can make your own stickers. You don't even have to use anything like this, right? So her birthday is March 9th. Right? So I can just put this right here. See that? That's your birthday, March 9th? Okay. And I'll add the rest of my stickers later. All right. All right, y'all. Did we accomplish our goal? To learn about the important design tools in Leonardo Design Studio. Did we do that? Okay, so we did that. Did we also learn 5 of Delonda's favorite features in the software and the machines? Yes, okay, great. All right, let's do a giveaway. Thank you so much for being here. If you didn't remember to like the video, please remember to do that. If you didn't download the documents, please remember to do that. I think that will help you, especially if you are new to Romeo and Juliet. The only difference between Romeo and Juliet is one is a bigger cutter. Thank you, Kristen. I appreciate that, y'all. I appreciate that so much. Y'all, let me say what I say about road rage, and then we'll do a giveaway. It's not worth it. That's what I want to say about it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. You know, we're at the start of a new year. It's January 1st, 2025, and I want all of you to have the best year ever. I want you to have the best year you've ever had. And one way to do that is to avoid road rage, right? It's not necessary. You don't need to argue with anybody. Like, let's leave arguments in 2024, right? We don't need to be arguing with anybody, right? You say what you got to say, and that's it. And when you're driving, you don't need to say anything. Turn your music up, you look at the road, and you get where you're going. One of the greatest blessings, I'm telling you, that I feel when my kids are home is when I hear that garage open. If they're out and I hear that garage open, that lets me know they're back home and they're safe. I can't sleep when they're not here, and I'm worried. But when I hear that garage open, that means they made it back safe, right? And they're gonna always hear the same thing from me before they leave. Be careful, pay attention to your surroundings, pay attention to the people you're with, keep your head on the swivel. Like, Be watchful. Just because you're with somebody that you think you can trust, you still be watchful, because you don't know everybody that they're with, right? I'll tell them that, right? So I'm telling you that too. Y'all, this can be, just think about it, 2025. There are people who didn't make it to 2025. You are here. You have a reason. You have a purpose. And this is your year to challenge yourself, to do something different, to learn something new, right? This is the year. This is the time. No need to wait, because everything that was meant to destroy you, you've already overcome it. Everything that was already meant to destroy you before now, you've already beat that. You beat that thing. You're here. You're here because you have a reason. You're here because you have a purpose. And whether you know it or not, people are watching you. They're looking up to you. And when people see you trying something new, the person who said, I couldn't do it, I couldn't do it, I couldn't do it, and you're doing it, you're inspiring somebody else. You're inspiring somebody else. Okay? Okay? I ain't gonna get all preachy on you, my brother and my sister. But that was on my heart to say it. So I don't know who I'm talking to. I might be talking to everybody, but this is how I feel. This is how I feel. Okay? All right. I want to see y'all break out of that cycle. Don't be your own worst enemy. Sometimes we can be our own worst enemy. I see people in my Facebook group post stuff and they be like, it's not perfect. Stop saying that. If you made it, it's perfect. If you finished the job, it's perfect. It's great. It's fantastic. It's phenomenal, because guess what? You finished it. It's great. Don't beat yourself down. The world gonna do that for you all enough. You don't even have to beat yourself down. The world will do it. Okay? All right. So stop doing that. And lose the thought that anything has to be perfect. Perfection is overrated. Okay? So there's that. All right, let's do a giveaway. See, y'all made me do this. I didn't even want to do it. You made me do it. Okay? I didn't even want to. All right. Do everything in lowercase, okay? Logo 2. Let me do the thing. All right. Congratulations in advance to everyone who's in the United States and can email me. Okay. The giveaway is only open to people who are in the United States. You have to be in the United States, and you do have 48 hours to claim your prize. Okay. All right. Y'all want to see Milo before we leave? I know Mary Brown does. All right, y'all ready? 5, 4. Let me give it a minute. We've been on here for 2.5 hours. I will put chapters below the video so you can, go to specific parts. Hopefully you did find this helpful though. Okay. I will put chapters below the video. There'll be the first pinned comment. Okay. All right. Let's look. 5, 4. I did everything lowercase. 3, 2, 1. Let's see. Let's see. Come on now. Wanda Bowens. Wanda Bowens. Wanda Bowens, all you have to do is send me an email with your mailing address. Send it to my email address, craftingwithdelonda@gmail.com. You have 48 hours to claim your prize. You have 48 hours to claim your prize. You just send me your mailing address, okay? All right. Congratulations to Wanda Bowens. All right. Let me see. I don't know, Mary Brown saying, hey. Did y'all want to see Milo before we go? Oh, I could just show y'all a picture of him later. Is that fine? Okay. Somebody's still doing logo too. We finished with that. Okay, the giveaway has ended. All right. Thank y'all so much. TMP Custom said yes. Okay, I'll go get him. Y'all, let me stop sharing and let me go get Milo. I did not hear you. Let me go get him. But thank y'all so much for being here. Everybody else, if you're not interested in seeing Milo, thank y'all for being here. If you didn't like the video on your way in, like it on your way out. And if you didn't subscribe on your way in, subscribe on your way out. Okay? Thank y'all so much for being here. And if nobody has told you they love you, I love you. Let me go get him. My life. Mary Brown wants to see you. And Elaine and TMP Customs. They want to see my life. They want to see my life. What you doing? Come on, say hi to the people. Come on, let's go say hi to the people. Come on. You want to say hi to the people? You want to say hi to the people? Come on. Come on. Let me go. Come on. Stand up. Let's go say hi to the people. Oh, my love is so heavy. Say hi to the people. You want to say hi to the people? You say hi to the people. You say Happy New Year to the people. You say Happy New Year to the people. You don't have on any clothes. Y'all, he's getting so big. The girl said he's getting old. He said his face is getting, his hair is getting gray. He don't look the same to me. I wanted to make a cup with your picture on it. It looks really, really cute. You trying to turn your head? Okay. Turn it this way. You want a treat? You want a treat? Okay. All right. Thank y'all for being here. Are you upset? She said you're looking like you're upset. Are you upset? You want a treat? Want a treat? He does. All right. Thank y'all for being here. Nobody has told you they love you. We love you. He is big. He's super. This ain't right. Don't worry about it. All right. Bye, y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Bye. We say bye to the people.